Pumpkins, this is the behind the lyrics of my final track on the project called What We Want. www.
Jake Jonez.
What We Want was the third track that we made for the record. It was the track that actually motivated the entire project as a whole. I knew this was the first song I had great intention behind, like what I wanted to accomplish in this. What We Want was a declaration and an ode and really a love letter to my younger self about, we've had these dreams our entire life. Let's run and jump and chase these dreams by actually committing and shitting out what we need to in order for these dreams to maybe even chance themselves at being a reality, which is being a musician or making art in the form of music. You know, I am so proud to say that I make comedic art and I make videos that I consider art all the time, and I'm so proud of those, but I wanted to venture into the very, very long love story I had with music my entire life. Well before comedy became an intricate part of my life, my love for music was just abundant from a very young age. So, in the simplest way I can put this is the love letter to my younger self, What We Want. So, going into this session with Josh, I knew I wanted something that was like at least slow to mid-tempo, and I think we succeeded greatly with that. We started with a very simple chord sample that already had this like feeling of warmth to it, and it felt emotional just from the jump. What you hear at the very beginning of the track that we just built on as we built the instrumental is exactly what I wrote the track on top of. So I like to believe like no strand of emotion was left behind, and we kind of made it into such a emotional, like hyper pop ballad, maybe ballad or just maybe a slow track, I don't know. For baby Jake, you kept the magic amidst the tragic, and goddamn I'm proud. Black and blue, you weren't safe, but I'm glad you made it out. This, and to spare details, is just kind of a reflection of the environment and the place I was in when I was young. You know, I like to just very vaguely say I grew up in a thunderstorm, and I think many cases of where I grew up, I don't know if many people would have made the choices that I made in order to kind of not only make it out of that scenario, but also try to be as healthy of an individual as possible from the way I was treated as a child / what I experienced and what I saw. So this is kind of a declaration of just pride for like, you fucking survived. And the fact that you have such a glimmer of light to you amidst all of that is something I don't know exactly why, but I'm so honored that it's in you. You were touched by an angel, I wish I had saved you, look at you now. Without harnessing religion into this at all, I think sometimes you can sit there and kind of say like, the universe does work in wild ways. And to just simply state it, I do think there was a privilege or a fortune that I was given in the aspect of growing up and like having the mind that I had to journey through and survive through all of it, while still at this stage of where I'm at now, holding space for, you were still just a baby. You were still so young. I wish that I was there for you the way I'm there for you now, but you don't have control of that, and it's in the past. So just simply kind of stating like, I wish current you had your back then, but turns out you actually had your own back. You were just a baby. Woo! What's like kind of cool about this chorus to me is it's so simple, but it embodies so much all at the same time. So it plays with my current career right now, which is content creation. So through all the plot twists, the rewrites, and the edits, I hope I gave you what we want. I rewrite so many skits, I edit so much all the time, every day, but it's also a reflection of the fact that we have no control over life. And then we go on to repeat that chorus. We go back into another second verse, stating the same things, just because it was so simply put that I felt like repetition in this still carried impact. The last thing in the last chorus says, you kept the magic. And it's just this final declaration to the pride I have for my younger self. This was the absolute motivating track of the entire project coming out and coming to fruition. And I'm just so proud. I think it's very odd for people to hear people speak highly of themselves, but I kind of hope there's a level of understanding for this one and the journey that we go on in life all day, every fucking day. So for Jake, I hope I gave you what we want.